Okay, we've got to talk about the drone incursion or drone incursion. Stuff is getting wild, guys. What the hell is going on? But yeah, let's go over, here's first of all a news roundup, a compilation of news pieces.
FBI is now getting involved in an investigation into these mysterious, apparently small car-sized drones that people are spotting flying over New Jersey in the middle of the night.
What exactly is in the sky? That is the question many residents in Morris and Somerset counties in New Jersey are asking after several apparent drone sightings. And as Nick Calloway reports, the FBI is now involved in solving this mystery.
The FBI looking for info about possible drone sightings in New Jersey.
The FBI is investigating reports of drones flying near sensitive locations in Morris and Somerset counties.
The FAA has placed a temporary restriction on drone flights over Picatinny Arsenal and over Trump National Golf Course in Bedminster.
What we've been hearing is really incredible. It's not only the FBI, but New Jersey State Police and the New Jersey Office of Homeland Security are asking for your help. If you see drones in the skies above your house or your head, they want to know what's going on.
The Morris County, New Jersey, pretty much the center of where this activity has been occurring, along with Somerset County.
The drones have been spotted all over Morris County. Morristown police sent an alert to residents Sunday saying they are aware of drone activity and that if a drone crashes or lands, do not approach or handle it.
We're all completely unnerved. I didn't sleep last night. When I would get up and look out my window at 2 a.m., 4 a.m., they were still hovering. I got up at 5:30 this morning and they were still there.
Take a look at this. Mike Walsh took this video last week in Chester, New Jersey. He says that he started to notice multiple drones in the sky at night starting last month. And he did call and alert police of the activity. He says he has continued to see drones like these as large as the size of a car. You heard me right, the size of a car, all happening in the sky over his home in Randolph.
Anyway, it goes on, but yeah, they don't know what these things are. Here's a close-up of one of these things. And you can hear the whirring noise of the propellers. Sounds like a drone, looks kind of like a fancy drone, I guess. But if they're spy drones from Russia or China, why are they decked out with all these lights? I mean, and some of them have blinking red and green, blue lights that look like they're FAA compliant. I mean, why? But they're not showing up on flight responders or, when you can track flights. It's nuts, guys. It's nuts. There's one of these objects over here. I think that might be another one over there. Multiple of these objects in the sky at the same time. That's what these people are seeing, is these things all over the place, all hours of the night. The locals are freaked out about this, as they would be. Jordan Crowder says, new details. It's getting wild. Apparently, these are not airplanes, even though they look like airplanes or drones. They are drones that look like planes. Okay, there you go. They were seen over a nuclear test site in Nevada. Are all over New Jersey. Yeah, they're all over New Jersey. That's the major focus right now, it seems like. And are even buzzing the houses of the FBI agents sent to investigate them. Yeah, I reported on that. That's insane. They have been observed stopping and turning in mid-flight and are flying close to the ground for hours on end. So yeah, even though they look like planes, they are behaving like drones, hovering, changing direction. So, Jordan Crowder reaches the conclusions. They're either UFOs, they're projections from the system we are in. I guess that's like if we are living in a virtual reality or something like that. Or these are Chinese or Russian military. He says, I'm not sure which is wilder. Me either, Jordan. Yeah, and here's a good shot of one. Fixed wing aircraft looking thing. But yeah, it's not that simple. It's not that simple. Here's Chris Sharp replying to whether or not these are indeed UAP.
We can shoot down drones. Like, we can do that. We're really good at that. And in fact, we don't need to do that. We have other types of technologies, like the famous one is return to sender, send a bomb back to where it came, blow people up. this is not a problem. There are people on record saying drones are not a problem. We can take care of drones. I've interviewed people like that. So there are drones. They are. Are they also UAP? Do we know who's operating, where they're launching and landing, or are they UAP?
Well, this is the thing, we've had some objects that have been seen that do look like drones, and some people have said that they could hear drone noises, but we've also, I've been speaking to a guy called, his name is Liberty. He runs a YouTube stream out of Lakenheath, and, he's seen a lot of the action over there in the past week or so, and he actually has been describing seeing some very, very strange objects as well over the area.
Like what?
Drones.
What's weird? What's strange?
I'm trying to rethink what he did, but I mean, we've been seeing photos of oddly shaped objects. I mean, I'll see if I can find some footage that he could potentially provide you so you can see some of those. But I've had reports of orange orbs as well in the area. So yeah, there does seem to be a bit of weird mixed in with some potentially prosaic drones as well.
But that's not weird. And let's make sure people understand this. 2019, when all the ships were swarmed over multiple nights, of course we sent up drones.
Yeah, so Jerry makes a good point. If there is anomalous activity, maybe we sent up our own drones to see what's going on and counter that threat, if it's a threat. Now, I don't know if it makes any sense for that to be Russian or Chinese drones either. To be, for these FBI agents to be experiencing these anomalies at home. For it to follow them home, sounds, hitchhiker-ish, but, we don't know. We don't know. Chris Sharp also responds to that question on Redacted.
At this point, we just don't have any of the answers. There's an information vacuum that exists right now. We just don't have enough information. From what I've heard, they are man-made. Okay, but if they're man-made, they're also demonstrating advanced technology that we may not understand how it works.
Yeah, we can't take them down. That's what has been said several times. Chris has said this. George Knapp has said this. And there seems to be a thing that we cannot take these things down. And we don't understand how that can be possible because we do have anti-drone technology, as Jeremy Corbell says. So, what's up?
Ways to take down a drone. Some methods are pretty straightforward, and others are completely bizarre. So let's take a look at some of the best methods out there. One way to stall a typical RC drone is to disrupt the signal. This method may be the weakest link, so to speak, as automation emerges without the need for GPS, which I will get to in a little bit. But for now, this method is pretty effective against your average consumer-grade drone. One popular mechanism is the drone defender, and this can jam popular frequencies including 433, 2.4, and 5.8 GHz. But it also has a GPS disruption on a separate trigger, which would prevent the drone from utilizing waypoints or returning home. It roughly weighs around 15 pounds and has a 1 mile range.
At home, began plotting how to counter this new threat. Attacks by weaponized drones, especially those traveling in swarms, are a serious concern to air forces around the world. The prospect of an inexpensive $300 drone wrecking an $80 million fighter jet is a real one. The U.S. Air Force has not suffered a drone attack yet, but an attack is inevitable, and the service wants to be ready when the time comes. All of this began a brand new arms race, as two sides, drone and counter-drone, have raced to outdo each other, using new technology to exploit gaps in the opponent's capabilities. The counter-drone side deploys jammers, and in response, the drone side deploys self-navigating robots. The counter-drone side deploys machine guns, shotguns, and lasers, and the drone side moves to network-enabled swarms designed to overwhelm human defenders. For now, drones have the upper hand. That could change with the introduction of high-powered microwave weapons, like those General Dynamics and Epirus are working together on. The two defense contractors are cooperating to build a new short-range air defense weapon system, one they hope the Army could adopt for area drone defense. The new system involves equipping a General Dynamics Stryker 8x8 wheeled infantry armored vehicle with a Leonidas high-powered microwave system. Leonidas can fire shotgun-like pulses of electromagnetic energy, shorting out the electronics of any drone in the pulse's path. Leonidas, radiating out from the spatula-like antenna, like the birdshot from a shotgun, has the potential to take out multiple drones with a single broadside. The Stryker Leonidas was recently field demonstrated at a U.S. government testing site, successfully disabling individual drone targets and swarms of drones. The integration of Leonidas, the world's most powerful HPM, high-power microwave phased array, with Stryker, the U.S. Army's largest and most reliable combat vehicle fleet, brings counter-electronics capabilities to the front lines.
Deploying with the cutting-edge counter-drone technology, the best counter-drone technology available to British forces, which is a system known as AUKUS. And AUKUS is effectively a combination of a radar to detect the drones and radio frequency transmitters to try and either jam the signals from that drone's controller or to take over control of the drones themselves. And I understand there's three ways it can work. I say it can jam the signal. That might lead to the drone falling out of the sky. The operators might be able to seize control of the drone and land it where they would like. And sometimes when you interfere with a drone signal, when you interrupt it, drones are often pre-programmed to fly back to a home base or a safe location. But I've heard, and this is unconfirmed at this stage, but that as yet, none of these drones have actually been captured. So there's some mystery over exactly what these devices are. And we haven't seen any photographs. So there's a level of complexity which suggests certainly an element of sophistication, some sophistication by whoever is involved. And that's what has led to soldiers from the Royal Air Force Regiment, from their Force Protection Wing.
Okay, that's strange. And if that is the case, and if it is Russia or China, why would they risk that technology being captured? Look, we do know that there have been cases of mimicry when it comes to UAP, that they will mimic helicopters and other things. I have no information to suggest they are UAP yet, as in Pentagon's definition of them, displaying some anomalous behavior or capabilities such as transmedium activity or instantaneous accelerations. I've got nothing on that so far.
Yeah, so he doesn't know. Nobody knows. It's so crazy. The FBI is unlikely to tell us anything. But maybe they'll release something just to quell the public panic or fear or apprehension. Here's what the FBI had to say about it on Wednesday from the Newark field office. We understand the concern, and we are doing all we can to figure out what's going on. We truly don't have much information to provide at the moment. Well, I'm sure they know more than we do, but at this point, I don't know if they know what's going on. Surely somebody in the UFO control group knows what's going on, if it's anomalous, if some of this activity is anomalous, but they may not be sharing that with the rest of the government. Of course, the FBI has been part of UFO stuff for a while, but I'm sure that's only a very small part of the FBI. The mainstream FBI probably has no clue. So somebody knows something, probably. Here apparently is a footage of a helicopter, of a police helicopter, chasing one of these objects. You can see the object, or at least an object, toward the end of the video. There's a helicopter. I'll just fast forward to the object.
Shoot.
There you go, guys. So you can see there's the helicopter.
I think they're looking for them. It's hovering and circling around.
Oh, yeah, that's... Oh, there's a drone over there. Behind you.
Oh, shoot. Oh, my God.
Or maybe helicopter.
No,
And if that is a spy drone, it is the least stealthy spy drone I've ever seen. I mean, there's so many news pieces about these things. All the locals are seeing them. They are making no attempt to be as stealthy.
Oh, what about that in the distance?
That's a drone right there. That's probably what the helicopter's looking for.
I mean, it's either a foreign government like Russia or China making some huge point, don't F with us, or else it's the phenomenon, or it's a mix. I think we are likely looking at a mix. But it's just wild times, guys. It's wild times. Night Trekker says they appear to be mimics. Even the sound they make, which sounds like a commercial airliner passing by at a high altitude, is fake. It's being artificially projected from them. Some of these are flying only a few hundred feet above neighborhoods at slow speed, but they're making that high in the sky cruise noise that we're all familiar with. The lights of the craft are also strange. They're not standard for commercial or private airlines. It's almost like something tried to copy a human-made aircraft, really trying to fool people on the ground. Despite that, people can see right away that something is not right about these things. It's absolutely wild. Yeah, talking about this kind of craft right here, there's multiple of these things. Whether they're drones or UFOs, I don't have a clue, guys.
The fact that our police, the county, the state, no one has anything to say about it, I think is crazy.
We went in search of answers Wednesday and learned this from the mayor of Mendham Borough.
I know that these drones are not new. They've been going on for a while now, like well over a year. It's just increasing.
They're increasing, so that kind of lines up with what Tim McMillan was saying, was that this has been going on for a while. But evidently, it's increasing. Is it building toward some point or culmination? Is there going to be a climax to this crazy drone saga? Or is it all just going to fade away? Is it a mix of anomalous phenomena and actual drones? Is Chinese and Russian drones actually able to go into our most sensitive military facilities, fly over them without any restriction? Nobody can touch them. Nobody can shoot them down. They're not worried about, these craft being downed and, that technology being exploited, as Chris Sharp says. And obviously a massive, robust operation, spanning the ocean, in the U.S., all over the U.S. and in the U.K., and our most sensitive facilities. And if that is, a spy or, whatever drone, if that is a foreign power doing this, man, what a huge, colossal failure of our government. That is shocking and horrifying in a way that is more terrifying than if it is non-human. So yeah, is it human? Is it non-human? Is it a mix of both? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.